Hi, I'm Camilla.
And I'm Kang, and we are the FI Resellers.
Welcome back to our channel. Today we have a little bit of a different video for you. We're going to share our top 8 sales from the past week.
We're going to talk through them in a little bit more detail than usual. Hopefully it gives you a better idea of when you're sourcing, because that's one of the most important parts about reselling.
Yeah, picking up good items to sell. So hopefully this will help you see what are some really good items to be on the lookout for, rather than just some items that you can make $10 or $15 off of.
Yeah, one of our focuses this year is to increase our average sale price and therefore profit. So hopefully this helps you. Our first sale are these pants by 34 Heritage, and the buyer was all in $43.55 on eBay. And we profited almost $30 on this.
This brand we had never picked it up before. We found it in the Denver bins, and when we looked up comps, they seemed to be doing well. It took about a month to sell, so not super fast, but not super slow either. And the person was very happy with the purchase. So really happy with that sale. Definitely be on the lookout for 34 Heritage. We're just finding that men's items are selling really well right now. So we're definitely on the lookout for more men's brands to be, looking for and searching for in the thrift store.
We sold this really cool Kuji style sweater. It was by Saxony, but take a look at this design. We sold it for $40 on Poshmark.
And actually the brand does make mostly sweaters that look kind of like this, and a lot of them do go for a good amount of money. So we priced ours, I think, at $60, and then someone came in on Poshmark and offered me $40, and I decided to accept because, I was thinking, I only picked it up for $2. I'm happy to take $40, even if, I could have maybe hypothetically gotten $60 at some point in the future. To me, it seems better to have a good price, when I can accept it, rather than an imagined good price in the future.
And also it was January 1st, and it was our first sale on Poshmark, so we really wanted to start the year off pretty good.
Yeah, and we were coming back from being on vacation, and so sometimes you want to accept offers to kind of revive your store, to be like, we are here, we're back, we're selling, So that was another reason we accepted that offer. But definitely be on the lookout for grandpa style sweaters and these kind of sweaters that look like something that Biggie would wear. The person that bought it said he was so excited to have this sweater. It was such a cool find. So we're also just happy to connect people with things, that they can't find, generally in the stores. And, cool and unique finds for them.
We sold these really cool Crocs. They were Disney branded, collaboration with Crocs. We sold it for $33.55 on eBay.
So these sold for $25 plus shipping. We had picked these up and thought, Crocs are good. They usually sell for about $20. The Disney added a little bit more value, but it's not like these are super fancy Crocs in any means. We were happy with that sale. It sold in a little less than a month. So again, kind of an average time for things to sit. So we are happy with that sale. We would definitely be looking out for Disney Crocs in the future, but we always pretty much pick up good condition Crocs because they tend to have a really good sell-through rate for us.
Yeah, we often pick up things that have a high sell-through rate if we can, get it for a cheap enough price. We love getting momentum in our store. That's just one of the factors that we consider. If it's not a really big dollar item, hopefully it at least sells through fast. We sold this skirt by Silver for $38.45 on eBay.
This one surprised me. I did not realize that it would be worth this much, but when I looked up comps when we were in the store, it seemed to be worth a good amount. And so I priced it at about $30 and it sold full price. And I believe that these are often worn by people who, are looking to dress modestly. It kind of reminded me of like what the Duggars used to wear. That was the reason I picked it up. I know that those can be hard things to find in stores because the stores are kind of married to the trends of whatever is trendy right now. And if modesty is not trendy, then how are you supposed to find things that are long and, that sort of thing? And definitely long jean skirts, you can't really find them in regular department stores. So they have to go on eBay. And this was one of those, and it was in great condition. So that was why we picked it up, and I think why it sold so well.
We sold this really cool 2002 Salt Lake Olympics jacket. It was this, winter jacket, really thick, really nice, by Marker. We sold it for $56.40 on Facebook Marketplace.
This one was funny because, it's the Salt Lake Olympics, and we sent it back to Salt Lake. So it's just funny that it was here in Texas with us, and we sent it back to Salt Lake.
Nice.
But this was a great sale because, one, we got it for free. That was a coat that my dad wore skiing for years and years. And secondly, we sold it on Facebook Marketplace, which has really low fees. So we ended up profiting a really good amount on that jacket. And I think on Facebook Marketplace, we even switched the way that we were doing shipping. So what we do is we charge the prepaid shipping label. And then sometimes if we can get it cheaper at Pirate Ship, we'll switch and just take kind of the money that the person paid for the prepaid shipping label and then send it via Pirate Ship instead. We're not switching shipping carriers. We go from priority mail to priority mail, but sometimes it just so happens to be cheaper depending on the weight and things like that.
Right. We sold this really cool crocheted blanket, green zigzag kind of chevron type style. We sold it for $30 on Facebook Marketplace local.
We love selling locally because, it's cash in hand, no fees, all that. It is a lot harder to get people to meet up with you. It's just a lot more work, back and forth. The buyer here was back and forth with us a couple times,
for like
making
3
plans.
days.
And which was surprising because usually if you're back and forth with someone and then they miss the first meetup and they say, oh, I can't come anymore, you're done. That person is never buying your item. But this person really did come back. So, it's just a unicorn out there, I guess, that really wanted this blanket. But we love picking up crocheted blankets. We picked this up at a church garage sale just for about $4. So this was a great profit, and we only had it listed for about a month. We took a really long time, I think, to list it.
We sold these sneakers by Adidas. It was their equipment line. We sold it for $63.55 on eBay. Pretty nice.
This was the first sale that we had from our men's ThredUp box. We got 100 pounds from ThredUp. So if you want to see that unboxing, you can check it out up here. And so we have just recently started listing those items again because we have a backlog of items. And the reason we had gone to list them is because Poshmark was doing, list sneakers and you get $5.
Yeah.
So we went and listed these on Poshmark and eBay, and then they sold, just within 2 days on eBay. So really good sale there. It's basically 1/8 of the cost of the box. So
we're getting there.
We're definitely going to make back our money. It's just cool to see, the interest that men's items have. And those are really good boxes. They were 2 boxes because it was 100 pounds, and they were really good. So
go check that out. Go check that video out.
I
We were
want
pretty
some
surprised.
more. Yeah.
Yeah, throughout the video, we were thinking, man, there's just so many things that we don't know if it's going to sell. But overall, it was a very good box.
Yeah.
So pretty surprising to us.
Yeah.
And the last sale we wanted to share were these plates by Mesa Dansk. We sold it for $48.25 on eBay. Not too bad.
Yeah, so that number includes the shipping. So in the end, we only profited
almost $25. So pretty good.
So still a good profit, but a lot of that price went into the shipping price. So we picked these up at the bins, and we often will look at plates and things at the bins. It's not too expensive there, and sometimes they can go for good money and sometimes not, but we, will occasionally pick them up, not too often because it's kind of a pain to pack them up.
Yeah,
and
it is.
We don't really buy that many shipping supplies, bubble wrap and things like that. So we're really kind of relying on what we have from different things, like what we have actually ordered, and the shipping that we have saved. So I think if we were going to get more into hard goods and breakables, we would have to buy bubble wrap and things like that, but we just aren't into it enough.
We're
and so
not
each
quite
time
there.
It's like, do we have what we need?
Maybe this year we'll get more hard goods and more packing supplies. We are limited in space too. We've also got to take some time to organize a lot of our house.
Okay, so now it's time for our numbers. So in total, over the week, we sold 22 items. We had a gross revenue of $673.52. And our cost of goods for those 22 items was $35.68. And then this week, we're going to do something a little bit different that we're going to do moving forward, is we're going to share the profit on each of the platforms and then our total profit. That way you kind of get a shot of, what are good platforms, at least for us, which ones we tend to favor or that tend to favor us, really, the way it goes. On eBay, we profited a total of $282.95, and that was for 15 items that we sold. And then on Poshmark, we made a total of $82.99 on 5 items that we sold there. Facebook Marketplace, it was a profit of $66.80 for just 2 items. And then on Mercari, we profited $15.16 for just 1 sale. So Mercari is a loser this week. It's the bottom. I don't know. Leave your Mercari tips down at the bottom. Okay, so then our final total for the week, so the actual amount that goes into our bank account, was $436.98. So not a great week. We were coming off of vacation. We hadn't really listed much, the week prior. And even as we were coming back that weekend, we didn't list that much either.
Right.
So this is kind of like one of those bummer weeks, but I think we're going to kind of get back to the grind, get back to it. this weekend so far hasn't been very good, but we're just gonna keep at it, you know.
I think the silver lining though is that it is over $400, and all the work that we have put in the past has kind of helped us carry us over, because we took vacation for over a week, and you know, this is still pretty decent for that amount of time off.
Exactly.
All right, as always, we're going to update you on the total stock market index experiment that we've been doing. This is the number that we've got going on right now. It's not so bad. The gains versus losses really not all that bad. I think the only thing we're going to update y'all on this week is that this is probably the last week we're going to put half of our entire profits into this experiment, because we're going to try to make it more relatable. So we're going to choose just one platform to take all those profits and put it into this experiment. And so next week it'll probably be like $50 or some odd dollars, and make it more relatable so that you can feel like you have the ability to start. And we've always wanted you to feel like you can start at any time. We wanted to inspire you to see that your profits can make you more money, and that your money can generate more money over time. And so we're at about $6,300 right now. We're not going to reset it or anything, but we're going to shift it a little bit so that you can see what even a little bit of money can do. We're going to have a good foundation here, but at the end of the day, the message still stays the same, is that you can do the investing yourself, that you have the power to invest in. You don't need to pay someone to do this for you. And it's a pretty, you know, secure thing in our eyes. As always, it's not investing advice, but hopefully this inspires you in some way. And I think that this is going to be a really big year of growth. We're probably going to hit like $10,000 by the end of the year in this portfolio. So hopefully you keep up with us and, you know, just check us out. Okay, now it's time for our community BOLO section. By the way, if you ever want to send us a community BOLO, we definitely welcome it. We are always looking for new things to learn about, and we did a little bit of research on this one. It came from our new follower, Humble Assets, and it's this Postal Commemorative Society framed Wall Street lithograph by Camille Kubik. And I'm going to show you this little thing in the back that kind of authenticates it in a way. You know, this little part that says Postal Commemorative Society. It also has these nice little stamps on the front, these 3 stamps. And we looked up and did some research on just the framed art in general, and they seem to be doing pretty well. She sold this one for $125. So great BOLO. Thank you so much for sending this to us. It was pretty fun kind of just looking up what it is and learning about art in general. We don't do art too much, and
not really
maybe 2022 is the year that we kind of venture into these new categories and just expand our horizons a little bit more. We're going to always be specialized in clothing, but you know, if this is going to be a $125 piece, I want to look it up. So we're going to be on the lookout, and so should you. So thank you so much for sending that to us, Humble Assets. They are a husband and wife team trying to reach financial freedom too. And they sent this to us, and it was just so nice to see new Instagram followers sending things to us to be on this community BOLO section. And we hope that you follow them. They are just starting out their Instagram journey. They seem like such a fun couple, and they have such brightly colored photos in their Instagram. So please check them out.
Okay, so leave a comment down below of what you're looking forward to in the new year. Are you going to be trying new categories? Are you going to be looking for new BOLO brands? What are kind of ways that you're going to grow your reselling business in the future? We would love to hear from you in the comments, because we are always looking for new ways and new ideas to grow our business. And if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. That tells YouTube that this is a good video and that they should show it to more people. And if you aren't subscribed, consider subscribing, because this is kind of what our content is going to look like in the future. More, you know, just our top sales for our what sold videos, and then our hauls and other kind of tips and tricks. So if you like that kind of video, give us a follow, and we would just love to have you as part of our community.
Yeah, keep that passion burning, y'all. It's a new year, new passions to be held, and hopefully you will keep doing well. You know, I think that we have a lot to be excited about this year, and we'll see you later.
Bye.
We've also got to take some time to organize a lot of our house.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Our house is a mess. We have the camera set up like so that you can't see the rest of the mess. Like you can only see us.
There's just a whole mess over here and over there, but you'll never get to see it.